Stream of Illinois State and Ohio men's college basketball on this Thursday night. It is a 31-31 deadlock. Redbirds and Bobcats at the half. Run down some of these first half stats in this one. Redbirds from the floor, just 12 out of 30 in the first. I say just 12 out of 30. They've climbed up to 40% shooting. They were in the 30s for most of the first half. 4 for 13 from three-point range, 31%. They shot 3 for 4 from the free throw line at 75%. For Ohio, 12 of 27 shooting at 44%. They went under 50%. They were up in the high 50s in most of the first half. They were 0 for 6 from three-point range and just 7 of 13 at the free throw line for 54%. Turnovers in that first half, 8 for Illinois State, 3 for Ohio. And the points off turnovers, a 13-2 edge for Ohio, as Ohio scored 13 points off those 8 Illinois State turnovers in the first half. Taking a look at the leading scorers in the first half, leading the way is Johnny Kinzinger with 9 points for Illinois State. He'll be followed by Bowden Schoonberg with 7. Half a dozen, 6 points for Ty Pence, 3 points out of Landon Moore, and 2 points apiece for Chase Walker, Brandon Lieb, and Mason Clavo. For Ohio, leading scorer in that first half was Jackson Pavletsky with 8 points. Javon Simmons added 6 points. 5 out of Jalen Breath, 4 apiece for Aiden Hadaway and Kier Kawani. And 2 points for Dior Connors and A.J. Sheldon for their 31 points in the first half. Again, talking about that, these two teams were predicted to be high, to finish high in their conferences in the first half. Illinois State, actually, in one of the polls, picked to win the Missouri Valley Conference. Ohio picked 4th in the preseason poll in the MAC. Ohio coming off a 16-16 season a season ago. Illinois State, as mentioned, coming off the CBI championship from a season ago. Looking to build on that they got at the end of last season. Second of a home and home, these two teams met in normal a season ago. Illinois State beat Ohio by 10 points last year. So Ohio looking to return the favor on this week's and this year's game in Athens, Ohio. Before we start the second half, let's run down some of the college basketball scores going on right now, and let's run down the games of the ranked teams going on right now. Number 11, Louisville at the half leads Jackson State 55-35. Just underway, Florida, number 3, Florida and North Florida. North Florida an early 8-7 lead. Florida coming off that loss to Arizona on Monday night. Number 16, Iowa State, just underway, leads Grambling 4-0. And number 20, Auburn, just underway as well, trailing Merrimack 3-0. Other games involving conference teams, Mid-American Conference and Missouri Valley Conference teams. Run down the scoreboard here of those teams. Western Michigan at the half, trailing non-D1 Northwood 44-39. At the half, Bowling Green is all over Bethany of West Virginia 56-34. Other Missouri Valley Conference teams in action. Indiana State at the half leads Illinois Tech 59-43. And just underway is Northern Iowa and Cal State Northridge. That game is tied at 7. Drake in the first half trailing Robert Morris at home 34-24. And another score, Bethune coming off that near upset of Auburn the other night. They are getting trounced by Miami tonight at the half 50-31. Miami leading Bethune. So that's a look at some of the scores around the country among men's college basketball. Of course, we have a big matchup in college basketball tomorrow night. Top 25 matchup between two of the, if you want to call them blue bloods of college basketball, Kansas and North Carolina tomorrow night. Game will be in Chapel Hill. The featured matchup tomorrow, and a lot of good games coming up on Saturday. One of the big featured matchups is coming up at noon. Alabama and St. John's, a top 15 matchup in that one. That game will take place at Madison Square Garden. Also, a couple other big matchups coming up on Saturday in college basketball. Another top 25 matchup, Arkansas and Michigan State. That game will be in primetime on Saturday. And in Spokane, number 21 Gonzaga will be playing Oklahoma. So those are some featured matchups in college basketball coming up on Saturday. But back to this one, 31-31, Redbirds and Bobcats as we get ready to start the second half. Ohio jumped out to an 11-2 lead. They led for the majority of the first half before the Redbirds came back to tie it. Redbirds have never led in this game. They did come back to tie it here at 31 as we get ready for half number 2 on a Thursday night in Athens, Ohio. Ohio looks to even their record at 1-1, falling in their season opener on Monday night in the MAC Sun Belt Challenge. They fell 89-85 to Arkansas State. This is the season opener for the Illinois State Redbirds. Teams breaking their huddles. And the second half is just about to commence. And it's Ohio basketball as we open the second half. Both teams with their original starting 5 in the game to start the second half. And Ohio almost turns it over. This ball's knocked out of bounds by Illinois State. It will stay with Ohio. Inbound to go. This is Pavletsky just right of the paint. That's no good. Rebound pulled down by Illinois State, and they will get their first possession of the second half. Here's Chase Walker inside, outside for a 3, and the lead, and it's good. The Redbirds have the lead for the first time tonight on the 3-point basket by Schoonberg. First player in double figures tonight. Shot at the other end, no good. Rebound to Chase Walker. Walker with it. Walker looking inside, nowhere to go. Now Walker backs his way in, puts it up off the glass and in underneath the basket. Chase Walker with just his second field goal. I'm sorry, his first field goal and 4 points. And it's a 5-point Illinois State lead to open the second half. Spinning at the other end and nowhere to go. Ohio has to reset. On the drive, this is Sheldon. Sheldon puts it up. That's no good. Rebound, Illinois State. Schoonberg spinning. Schoonberg off the glass. No. Rebound, Ohio. That was not a good shot. That was a little forced. And at the other end, against Walker, the layup is good for Aiden Hadaway. He wanted an and 1, but didn't get it. It's 36-33. Redbirds lead is 3. Walker back outside. Schoonberg. Bounce pass underneath, counted, and a foul. The reverse for Ty Pence, and he'll have a chance for a three-point play. It's a great pass from Schoonberg to Pence. And Pence missed the free throw to try to complete the three-point play. So the lead stays 5. Top of the key. This is a three-pointer for Javon Simmons. That's off the backboard. Rebound, Illinois State. Schoonberg. Schoonberg back to Walker. Walker tries a three-point shot. That's too strong. Offensive rebound for the Redbirds. And another three. That's Schoonberg, and it's good. A 10-2 spurt to the second half for Illinois State. Timeout, Ohio. Well, Ryden Pedon's Illinois State Redbirds have come out firing on all cylinders here in the second half, as they have built an 8-point lead, 41-33, just over 2.5 minutes into the second half. Well, Ohio doesn't know what hit them here to begin the second half. A phenomenal start to the second half for Illinois State. Redbirds up to 44% shooting, but Bowden Schoonberg leading the way with 13 points. And this is kind of reminiscent so far to the second half the other night for Ohio, as it was a big second half surge for Arkansas State, as Arkansas State put up 57 points in the second half against Ohio on Monday night. And so far in the first 2.5 minutes here in the second half, Redbirds have already scored 10. So Ohio not looking for a repeat of what happened in the second half on Monday. So Ohio trying to regroup here. With 17:24 to go. And it will be Bobcats ball out of the timeout. So here's Ohio out of the timeout, bringing the ball up the floor. Pavletsky brings it up for Ohio. Over it goes to Sheldon. Sheldon on the drive. Nice bounce pass, and the layup is good. There's a good answer out of the timeout. Layup for Javon Simmons. He's got 8, and it's 41-35. Redbirds almost lost it. Walker gets to the loose ball. On the drive. And good defense here, and it's going to be a tie-up. Good defensive play for Ohio. Possession arrow will keep it with Illinois State. And it's reasons like this right here why I cannot stand that possession arrow rule. You make a great defensive play like that, but you're penalized because of possession arrow. You're in college. You need to be jumping the ball. Nonetheless, that's a great pass from Walker underneath, but a missed layup, and it's rebounded by Ohio. Pavletsky. Bounce pass. Layup good. 4 straight out of the timeout for Ohio. That's Hadaway with the layup. He's now got 8. 41-37. Doherty with the ball. Now off to Schoonberg. Schoonberg to Walker. Walker driving inside, and a blocking foul is going to be called. Javon Simmons called for his second foul. Jace Walker and Javon Simmons both a little bit out of control there. They're going to get the blocking foul on Simmons. He was clearly moving. So the Redbirds will inbound. And the inbound pass knocked out of bounds by Hadaway. 19 on the shot clock for Illinois State on this inbound. Kinzinger inbounds to Schoonberg. Schoonberg outside. Goes to Ty Pence. Pence on the drive. Jumper from the foul line is good. The basket's going to count. I believe we have a foul on Illinois State after the play. The basket is good. And that brings us to the under 16 at 15:52 to play in the second half. 43-37, I think. Illinois State leads Ohio. Check to make sure. I'm pretty sure that basket counts. That ball clearly was released before the official blew the whistle. So it should be 43-37 Illinois State. Timeout with 15:52 to go. So Ty Pence becomes the second Redbird in double figures. He's got 10 points. Louisville's pulled away from Jackson State, 65-39 in the second half. Number 3, Florida, 24-13 lead on North Florida. Number 16, Iowa State, 14-6 lead on Grambling. Number 20, Auburn, 14-7 lead on Merrimack. Scores of the ranked teams in action tonight. Run down some quick scores from top 25 in women's action tonight. Number 11, North Carolina, 44-23 lead on Elon. That game in the third quarter. Number 22, Oklahoma State at the half. Yikes, 60-13 over Langston. Number 5, LSU, 30-4 in the first quarter. Finals from earlier today in women's: number 2 UCLA 87-50 over Santa Barbara, number 17 TCU 82-43 over North Carolina A&T, number 10 Maryland 87-54 over UMBC, number 24 Kentucky 104-49 over Monmouth. Those are some finals from women's and college basketball on this Thursday. And back it is a 43-37 lead for Illinois State, 15:52 remaining in the second half of play. Illinois State's come out, broke a tie game in the at halftime by outscoring Ohio 12-6 to open this second half, as Ohio wants to avoid dropping to an 0-2 start. Bobcats coach Jeff Bowles having a discussion with the officials. It was a foul on Chase Walker off the ball for Illinois State, so that's Walker's third foul. So he takes a seat on the bench. Bobcats ball here. This is Hadaway inside. Hadaway, a double team, gets it back outside and throws it away into the backcourt, and it will go to Illinois State. Tyreek Coleman returning for the Redbirds. Redbirds up 6. Both teams in the mid-40s field goal percentage. Brandon Lieb with the ball. This is Pence. Pence puts it up with the right hand. No follow is good, however, off the offensive rebound. That was Lieb with the follow for Illinois State, and it's 45-37. Sheldon with it for Ohio. Pavletsky inside. Pavletsky in the paint. Got cut off. Sends it back outside to Sheldon. Shot clock running down. This is Connors with it. Shot clock at 2. They're going to put something up here, and a bailout foul on Illinois State with 2 on the shot clock. That possession was going nowhere, but the Redbirds bail out Ohio with a foul. That foul is going to be on Ty Pence. The Bobcats will inbound. Sheldon with the ball. Sheldon on the drive. Right-hand layup. No. Rebound Illinois State. That ball hung on the front of the rim and bounced off. Lieb with it. And Kinzinger is stripped. Kinzinger turns it over. Pavletsky with the ball now for Ohio. Pavletsky, nice pass inside. Count it. And a foul. Jalen Breath with the field goal and a chance for a three-point play. J.J. Kelly back in for Ohio. That foul was on Brandon Lieb. That's his second. And a chance for a three-point play for Jalen Breath. He's just 1 for 5 from the free throw line in this game. Hits that one. 45-40. With 14 minutes to play in this one. Doherty with it. Doherty finds Kinzinger. Kinzinger off to Tyreek Coleman. Kinzinger thought about the three, now passed it up, and they'll reset. Shot clock down to 7. Kinzinger on the drive. Lost his footing, but gets fouled. Johnny Kinzinger heads to the line for Illinois State. Two free throws here for Kinzinger. He's got 9 on the night, and he's now got 10. The third Redbird now in double figures. One more coming for Kinzinger. He got it. Redbird lead back to 7, 47-40. Bowden Schoonberg returns for the Redbirds. Pavletsky brings it up for Ohio. Pavletsky with it now. Pavletsky on the drive. Nice pass inside, and the finish for... 47-42, our score. That was Jalen Breath with the finish. Landon Moore now. Moore with it. Moore. By inside. Lieb with the layup inside. Brandon Lieb with 6 off the bench. 49-42. Lead back to 7 for Illinois State. At the other end, and one. Jalen Breath once again with the finish off the glass, and he'll have a chance for a three-point play. Chase Walker coming back in with the 3 fouls for Illinois State. Breath a chance for a three-point play. Missed another free throw. He's now 2 for 7 from the line. 49-44. Side it goes. Open 3. No. Rebound, Ohio. Sheldon bringing it up this time. Sheldon pass behind. That's Breath off the glass. Jalen Breath with 14 for Ohio off the bench, and the lead is cut to 3, 49-46. We near the 12-minute mark. And a foul off the ball underneath the basket. This is going to go on Ohio. Javon Simmons and Dior Connors return to the Ohio lineup. And Jalen Breath getting a breather, but what a night he's had so far. And on the inbound, this is going to be another foul underneath the basket on Ohio. Like they're going to get Dior Connors after he just checked back into the game. On the inbound, an open 3 in the corner, short. Rebound, Ohio. A.J. Sheldon bringing the ball up the floor for the Bobcats. Off to Simmons. Simmons against Walker. Simmons off the glass, and it's a 1-point game as the Bobcats have scored the last 6. Tyreek Coleman with the ball for the Redbirds. Finds Doherty. Off to Landon Moore. Moore with it now. Moore on the drive off the glass. No. Rebound, Ohio. And it's Illinois State knocking it out of bounds. It's going to be Ohio ball with 11:15 remaining. We have got a doozy in this Missouri Valley Mid-American Conference battle. 49-48. Illinois State up 1 with 11:14 to play. This one looks like it's headed down to the wire in Athens, Ohio tonight. Boy, a stat, 38 of Ohio's 48 points tonight have come from inside the paint. They have had a big advantage inside tonight on this Illinois State team. Illinois State shooting 43% overall, Ohio 49%. Redbirds 6 of 18 from 3 for 33%. Ohio 0 for 7 from three-point range tonight. Illinois State yet to turn the ball over in the second half. They've got 9 turnovers in the game. Ohio's only turned it over once in the second half. They've got 4 for the game. Bowden Schoonberg leading the way for the Redbirds with 13 points. Johnny Kinzinger's added 11. Ty Pence with 10. That's your 3 in double figures for Illinois State. Ohio led in scoring by Jalen Breath's 14 points tonight. Javon Simmons has 10. That's the 2 in double figures for Ohio. Ohio's largest lead in this game was in the first half. Their largest lead was 11 at one point in the first half. Redbirds' biggest lead in this game has been 8 here in the second half. It is 1 now at 49-48 with 11:15 remaining. As we are just about set to resume out of the timeout. So following the timeout, looking at the schedule tomorrow, I'd like to be on for another college basketball live stream tomorrow night. I'm just checking out the schedule right now to see what looks appealing for tomorrow night. Yeah, I'll find something. Bobcats inbounding the ball. A chance to take the lead. And underneath, and the Bobcats do lead on the reverse layup on the great feed underneath to J.J. Kelly with his first 2 points of the night. And Ohio on an 8-0 run has taken the lead by 1. Pass deflected in the backcourt for Ohio. Redbirds keep possession. Landon Moore with it in the corner. Now he's double teamed in the corner, in trouble. And he has to take a timeout to save possession. Well, Landon Moore got trapped in the corner with nowhere to go. And the only thing he could do there to save the Redbird possession was take a timeout. So 30-second timeout with 10:43 to go. Would like to do that Kansas-North Carolina game tomorrow night, but having YouTube TV, I don't think I'm going to. Doesn't look like this carriage dispute between YouTube TV and Disney is going to end anytime soon, so I'm probably not going to be able to do that one. So still looking at the schedule here, see what game I can pull up here for tomorrow. Out of the timeout, Kinzinger just lost the ball out of bounds. The pass went into him, and he just lost the ball. Just flat lost it out of bounds. Turnover number 10 for Illinois State, just their first of the second half. Ty Pence returning to the Redbird lineup. Bobcats with it up 1. Here's Pavletsky. Lost the ball momentarily, now regroups. Pavletsky turns, finds Kawani. Kawani inside, and he is fouled on the drive. Kier Kawani heading to the line for 2. First free throw up and no good. Ohio now just 8 for 16 at the line tonight, 50%. Kawani does hit the second. 51-49 Ohio, nearing the midway point of the second half. Kinzinger finds Tyreek Coleman. This is Chase Walker. Walker in the game with 3 fouls. Spins inside. Can't get it to drop. Rebound Ohio. Kawani. Pavletsky on the drive. Layup. Count it. And a foul. Ty Pence just picked up his third. Pavletsky heading to the line to try to complete the 3-point play. He's now got himself in double figures with 10. Pavletsky had 16 points in Monday night's game, so his second straight double-figure scoring game to start the season, and another missed free throw for Ohio. Now 9 for 18. Tyreek Coleman with it. Finds Kinzinger. Kinzinger drive goes inside. Layup shot is blocked. Tyreek Coleman keeping it alive. They're going to get a held ball. Possession arrow gives it to Ohio. Boy, what hustle defensively by Ohio. And they will bring the ball up with a 4-point lead and 9:27 to go. Bobcats bring it up. Hadaway. This is now Sheldon with the ball. Sheldon finds Javon Simmons. Back to Sheldon. Bounce pass inside, underneath. Tough shot up, no good. Simmons gets his own rebound. He misses on the putback. And again, the Ohio Bobcats keep it alive. A third try underneath the basket. Good. Ohio crashing the offensive glass. And Javon Simmons finally gets it to go. And the lead of a half dozen now for Ohio. Lieb finds Kinzinger. And now on the drive. Nice pass underneath and a dunk for Ty Pence. 55-51 Ohio. Sheldon. Off to Simmons. Simmons looking for Hadaway. Can't find him. Sends it back to Sheldon. Sheldon outside and a turnover. Great anticipation and a layup the other way is good for Tyreek Coleman. Tyreek Coleman got the steal, anticipated the pass, and then broke for an easy layup. And it's a 2-point game once again with under 8 to go. Hadaway outside. Bobcats almost turn it over again, and they're going to end up getting a 3-pointer out of it. Dior Connors with a 3 from the left side. 58-53 Ohio. Kinzinger all lost the dribble momentarily. Looking for help. Gets it here. Schoonberg. Schoonberg from the foul line gets it to go. Schoonberg with 15. 58-55 Ohio. Hadaway with it. Off to Simmons. Simmons against Loeb. And the ball knocked out of bounds, but it's going to be a foul on Illinois State. And a timeout with 6:57 to play. We have got a good one in Athens, Ohio. 58-55, Ohio leading Illinois State. A game that looks like it is headed down to the wire. Redbirds at 45% shooting. Bobcats back over 50% at 51%. Ohio finally got their first 3-point shot to go on the 3 for Dior Connors on that last trip down court. Both teams have put 3 players in double figures. The Redbirds are in the penalty. Ohio will be at the free throw line for each foul here on out. Ohio still with a foul to give in the second half. Quick update on some scores here. Top 25 scores, number 11, Louisville, 83-52 over Jackson State in the second half. Number 3, Florida, 51-28 over North Florida. That game approaching halftime. Number 16, Iowa State, 32-23 over Grambling. 4 minutes to go first half. Number 20, Auburn, 30-13 over Merrimack in the first half. Scores involving teams from these two conferences. Mid-American Conference scores. Western Michigan still trailing Northwood 70-65 in the second half. Bowling Green 99-54 over Bethany, West Virginia in the second half. Missouri Valley Conference scores. Indiana State 90-68 over Illinois Tech. Drake trailing at home to Robert Morris 47-42 in the second half. And Northern Iowa leading Cal State Northridge 43-30 late in the first half. Ohio in this game now up to 44 points in the paint tonight. That's where they have done their damage on the scoreboard tonight. Two free throws here for Ohio as Brandon Lead picked up his third foul right before that timeout. Javon Simmons at the line for Ohio. First is up and good, and actually this is the front end of a 1-and-1. I thought Illinois State was only at 16 fouls. That was actually the 7th, so my mistake on that. Simmons 13, now make it 14 points on the night, and the Bobcats' lead is 5, 60-55. And Jalen Breath returns for Ohio. Redbirds bring it up down 5. Schoonberg, nice ball moving, working it around, a three-pointer in the corner off the back rim, no. Rebound pulled down by Hadaway. Ohio bringing it back up the floor. Both teams shooting very well in the second half. And the Bobcats turn it over. Just their 6th of the night. Corner three on the way. No. Rebound, Ohio. So 2 empty trips the last couple possessions for Illinois State. Now Hadaway is fouled, and that will be 1-and-1 as Illinois State's in the penalty. If that's Walker, it's 4. It is indeed on Chase Walker. That is number 4. So with 6:08 to play in the second half, will Coach Peden roll the dice and leave Chase Walker in there? Jalen Breath goes to the line. This is 1-and-1. Missed. Now 2 for 8 from the free throw line. Here's Walker. He's still in the game with the 4 fouls. Walker has it now. Goes inside to him. There's a corner three for Ty Pence off the back rim. Offensive rebound. It comes right back to Pence and wisely knocks it off an Ohio Bobcats. But before that happens, we have a foul on Ohio. Foul's on Aiden Hadaway as he's discussing things with the official on that foul. Hadaway's second, team foul number 6. So both teams will be shooting free throws now from here on out on the next Ohio foul. Redbirds bring it in. Schoonberg, and there's a reach-in foul, and now the Redbirds will be heading to the free throw line. So maybe a free throw contest here for this last 5:43 of this ball game. First free throw, missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Did Schoonberg. So the Ohio lead stays 5. 5.5 remaining. Pavletsky off the glass, no. Tip, no. Rebound, Illinois State. Schoonberg with it. Outside, this is Schoonberg finding Kinzinger for 3. Back rim, no. Rebound, Ohio. So both teams' shootings cooled off here a little bit. Pavletsky on the drive, spinning, shooting, hitting inside the paint. 2 more points in the paint for Ohio. Pavletsky now with a dozen. 62-55. And the Redbirds turn it over as Coleman dribbled it off his foot out of bounds. He's claiming an Ohio player tipped it. He made the replay sign, but you're not in the replay area yet. It's not under 2 minutes yet. Although that rule changed this year, which I've never even mentioned. Actually, the coach's challenge has come into play in NCAA basketball this year. And the officials are going to look at it, so let's see. They're showing the replay here. Well, I couldn't tell there. Sped the replay up a little bit. So the three officials, Chad Barlow, John Floyd, and Michael Griffith, over to the monitor looking at this. Now here's the replay. Coleman was adamant Ohio knocked that out of bounds. Oh, it did go off of, it sure looks like it went off of Jalen Breath's left foot. So the officials looking at it still. So the review is over, and they are saying it is Illinois State basketball. So the call is reversed, and Illinois State will keep possession. Redbirds get it in to Schoonberg. Schoonberg guarded by Sheldon. Gives it off to Coleman. Coleman on the drive inside. Tough shot. Foul called. It'll send Tyreek Coleman to the line. Foul's whistled against J.J. Kelly. That's his second. And Tyreek Coleman heading to the line for two with 4:36 to go. Coleman's first is good. Chase Walker is coming out of the game with the 4 fouls. Probably going to keep him out till probably the under 4 timeout. Coleman 1 of 2 at the line as he misses the second. 62-56. Ohio up 6, 4.5 to go. Bounce pass underneath and rejected from behind by Brandon Lieb. What a block, and then the Redbirds turn it over. But then Lieb gets his hand in there to tie it up. And the alternating possession gives it to the Redbirds. Boy, what a helter-skelter sequence. Lieb with the rejection. And then the Redbirds nearly turned it over, but Lieb got in there to tie up. I believe that was Pavletsky that originally had the steal for Ohio. Lieb got in there to tie it up and keep the possession for the Redbirds on the possession arrow. Inbounds it comes to Kinzinger. On the drive, the runner inside is good. Johnny Kinzinger with 13. The lead is 4 for Ohio at 62-58. Under 4 minutes. Pavletsky. Pavletsky driving. Pavletsky jumper. Got it. Jackson Pavletsky with the jumper just to the right of the foul line. He's got 14. The lead back to 6, 64-58. Bounce pass underneath. The turnaround as Walker checks back in at the last whistle. That's no good on the turn. Pavletsky with it for Ohio. Guarded by Coleman. Bounce pass to Sheldon. Back to Pavletsky. Pavletsky with 5 on the shot clock. Pavletsky gives it off inside, and it will be a turnover. Coleman with it for the Redbirds. Coleman on the drive outside. Walker for 3. It's good at the top of the key for Chase Walker. 64-61. 2.5 remaining. Ooh, that'll almost through the 5th foul on Walker there. Off the glass, good underneath for Javon Simmons. 16 for Simmons. 5-point lead for Ohio. And another 3 for Walker at the time. This one's off the mark. Rebound to Ohio. We are under 2 minutes. Ohio ball and a 5-point lead. Pavletsky bringing it up. Guarded again by Coleman. Keeping it out around the midcourt circle. Pavletsky on the drive. Pavletsky's fouled. And Chase Walker picks up, and he has just fouled out of this game as Chase Walker picks up his 5th foul. So Chase Walker fouls out with 1:37 to play, and Ohio will have free throws after the timeout break. 66-61, Ohio, 1:37 remaining. And Ohio will head to the free throw line following the timeout. Illinois State at 42% shooting, Ohio at 51%. Redbirds 7 of 24 from three-point range, Ohio just 1 of 8. But the big story here right before this timeout, Chase Walker fouls out for Illinois State. So their big guy inside is disqualified for the remainder of the game. And Ohio will have free throws coming out of this timeout. Ohio looking to even their record at 1-1, looking to hang on here. This game was tied at 31 at halftime. So here we go, 1-1 here for Ohio. Pavletsky at the line. Free throw good. Ohio on the floor has Pavletsky, Hadaway, Simmons, Connors, and Sheldon. As Pavletsky hits 2 big free throws. 68-61. "97 seconds remaining. Redbirds down 7. Now a little bit of half-court press shown by Ohio, but quickly backed off as Tyreek Coleman brings the ball up for the Redbirds. Doherty, who's back into the game, back to Coleman, working around the three-point arc. And now the drive inside, and Schoonberg is fouled prior to the shot. Foul whistled on J.J. Kelly. That's his third. And it'll send Schoonberg to the line. Now each foul here on out will send the other team to the line for 2 free throws. Schoonberg heads to the line with 15 points tonight. And he misses the front end. Big miss by Schoonberg at the line. Sorry, folks, lost my feed again. The second time tonight that's happened. Okay, so here we go. So a big miss on the one-on-one, the 1-and-1. Ohio makes 1 of 2 at the other end to make it a 8-point lead now, 69-61. And off the glass inside, and a bucket at the other end for Kinzinger, 69-63. Nearing the final minute. Illinois State may have to start thinking about fouling here, but looks like they're going to play straight up. Spin move, right hand, layup is good. Pavletsky with 18, 71-63. Coleman inside, can't get it to go. And ball out of bounds. Javon Simmons a little slow getting up here for Ohio. 42.7 seconds left, and the Bobcats leading by 8. Still going to be Illinois State ball. They need points, and they need them quickly. And the Redbirds can't get the ball in. They finally do. As they throw it into the backcourt, Kinzinger gets to it. Ty Pence with it. Ty Pence with the drive, and the layup is good. Quick timeout, Illinois State, 71-65. 35 seconds to go. So Illinois State's going to have to go for a quick steal and then an immediate foul if they can't get the steal. This Ohio team has struggled a little bit from the line tonight. They're just 14 of 25 from the free throw line. It'll be Ohio ball out of the timeout. A.J. Sheldon to inbound for Ohio and gets it in to Pavletsky. And the immediate foul at 32 seconds. Pavletsky heads to the line for two. Third foul on Claybo. Jackson Pavletsky with two free throws. First is no good. Jack Doherty returns to the Illinois State lineup. One more coming for Pavletsky. He got it. One of two. 72-65 as J.J. Kelly returns for Ohio. Comes in for Connors. Redbirds have it. 30 seconds to go. Coleman with it. Redbirds wasting a lot of time on this possession. You don't have time for this. Doherty launches a three. That's short. And trying to catch his own rebound. Cannot. It goes out of bounds to Ohio with 17 and a half seconds to go. Well, that play took a long time to develop. Redbirds took 15 seconds. And the inbound. And Ohio doing a good job playing keep away. And the underneath into the layup, no good. Back come the Redbirds. Three-pointer on the way is good. Mason Clabo with a three with 1.5 seconds to go, and that's going to be the ball game. Hard-fought win for the Bobcats tonight, 72-68 over Illinois State. Ohio evens their record at 1-1. Illinois State drops their season opener. They are 0-1. Run down some final stats in this one. Jackson Pavletsky leading the way tonight for Ohio with 19 points on 7 of 12 shooting. 16 points out of Javon Simmons. And 14 points out of Jalen Breath off the bench. He had a whale of a game off the bench tonight for Ohio. Overall, Ohio shot 51%, 28 of 55 from the floor. Just 1 for 8 from three-point range tonight, 12.5%. 15 of 27 at the free throw line for 56%. Along with those three in double figures for Ohio, Aiden Hadaway had 8 tonight. Redbirds did a good job shutting him down. Dior Connors and Keir Kawani, 5 points apiece, 3 points apiece, or 3 points for A.J. Sheldon and 2 points out of J.J. Kelly. Illinois State tonight led by a couple 15-point scores, Johnny Kinzinger and Bowden Schoonberg. 15 apiece for the Redbirds. Ty Pence added 14. Chase Walker, 7 points tonight before fouling out. Brandon Lieb with 6. Mason Claybo with 5 points, 3 points apiece for Tyree Coleman and Landon Moore. Overall, the Redbirds 27 of 62 shooting, 43.5%, 8 of 26 from 3, 31%. They were 6 of 11 at the free throw line for 55%, so neither team shot it well from the line tonight at all. Redbirds 11 turnovers, Ohio with 8 turnovers. Redbirds did have a 1 rebound edge tonight, 36-35. But those turnovers, you saw the turnovers, it's the points off turnovers. That was a big difference tonight. Ohio had 17 points off of the Redbird turnovers. Ohio's biggest lead was 11. Redbirds had an 8-point lead in the second half. Could not hold it, though, as Ohio wins it 72-68 to go to 1-1. They have a trip out west at St. Mary's coming up. Their next game, Illinois State loses their season opener. They have their home opener coming up this weekend against Cornell before they travel to Los Angeles to take on USC next Friday. That's going to wrap it up tonight on my live stream. Again, my name is John, Sports Bonanza John on YouTube. If you do like my content, really would appreciate a like and subscribe. That would really help out. Also on Kick tonight at Sports Kick John. You can follow me there. Also have content on Twitch at Sport Guru John. I will be back on with you tomorrow night for another college basketball live stream. There's a couple games I'm looking at. It's going to depend as well on my work schedule as well, what time I get off there. There's one game at 6 o'clock Eastern I'd like to do. Don't know if I'm going to be able to do that one. Again, it depends on what time, how it goes with the work schedule. But I will be on with you sometime tomorrow night for another college basketball live stream. Want to thank everyone for joining me, and hopefully you can join me again tomorrow on a live stream. Good night, everybody.